everyone. Welcome to the other side of music. Today we are interviewing Car2unes, and I cannot wait to hear his story. He went from cameraman to performing the other night at Solstice Music at a couple Saturdays ago. So let me get him in here. He should be in here any minute. There he is.
Hey, can you see me? Oh, backwards. There we go.
Okay, there you are. Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad. Can't complain.
All right. So let's get to the important questions because my power is flickering.
Oh, geez. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I guess it's going to storm. I don't know. But
Yeah.
so how did you come up with your name, Car2unes? Am I saying it right?
Yes, you were saying that's correct. Yeah. So long time ago, back in the day, when I first started getting into making music and stuff like that, I was having a hard time coming up with a name. And a really good buddy of mine, was like, what about like cartoons? But he spelled it the traditional way. And I was like, okay, I was tossing around a couple different names here and there. So I was like, kept staring at the name Car2unes. I was like, I can make this cooler and I can separate cartoons from the traditional cartoons because cartoons change over time. So why shouldn't I change over time too?
Okay. All right. I like that. And for those of you watching or watching later, it's CAR, the number 2UNES. So make sure you follow them.
Thank you.
So I know you're a cameraman for Planet Euphoria, and
Yes.
then you performed a couple Saturdays ago, or was that just last Saturday?
That was
At Solstice?
yeah.
So what made you decide to perform?
Well, I've been wanting to break out of my shell and just really show like my talent and where I see myself because I was very I felt like I was sheltered growing up, and I've been through a lot in those years, so I just never put myself forward. So I figured, hey, you know what? I've been in love with making music these past years. I've been putting myself out of the fun and performing. So I was like, you know what? Who cares? Let me go and do this. I want to do it. So I just said, let's go. And I just went, and it was the best decision I could ever make. I feel so great about it. Like I'm still on cloud 9 from it.
It was really great.
Thank you.
I really liked the performance. I liked your music. Like you just got up there like you knew what you were doing. So that was awesome.
I had no idea what I was doing, so
Okay.
I just let loose and let me be me.
Well, good. Are you going to do more?
Absolutely.
Good. And some of his music is up on RSTA radio, and it's also included in Planet Euphoria's hour on Tuesdays from 9 to 10. So make sure you give a listen. Because not only is he a good performer, his music's really good too.
I appreciate it. There's a lot of music that nobody's heard yet. Maybe 3 people have heard some of the stuff I've been working on. So there's a lot to come from this.
Good. And while everybody's coming in and out, you guys can feel free to ask questions, make comments, and we'll get to them when we see them. So what made you I don't know how I want to word that. Okay, so how did you decide you wanted to be a cameraman? Let's start with that.
I've kind of always been in love with taking photos. Just capturing a moment within a picture is just like the coolest thing to me. I feel like pictures tell so many stories, and if I can capture that one moment that I probably won't ever capture again, I could save that for a lifetime and I could share it amongst other people.
Okay.
It's I don't know. I love creative stuff, so there's a lot to that too.
Okay. And how did you know? Like, how long have you been doing that?
For the camera, I've probably, I don't know, maybe off and on 7 years or so, if not more. I've been kind of taking it more seriously now, within this new turn of my life. So there's a lot of things I'm taking much more serious now, and I think it's paying off. I really do.
Good. And is this what you do full time, or you
No,
want to? No. Okay.
no. So what I do full time is I'm a screen printer, so I make clothing.
Oh,
Um, and that I've been doing that for, oh gosh, maybe 8 years now or so. So I've been in that hot environment for a long time, and you know what? That's one of my favorite places to be. To be honest with you, that's my second
oh,
home.
okay. All right. That's cool. Now, being a cameraman, how did you know? Like, was there a song or something that you heard that made you think, you know what, I want to do that?
I think with joining Planet Euphoria, I think they really helped me break out of my shell because they're super supportive,
Hmm.
and they will give you constructive criticism. And that's what I look for the most. And sometimes I may not get, proper shot or whatever, but that's fine. I'm not a professional. I don't claim that I'm a professional. So I shoot my shot, and if it works, it works. And so far people have been loving it, and it only encourages me to upgrade my equipment, take better shots, shoot some more music videos, get everybody content, and for myself too.
Okay. All right. So I feel like this is like a dual interview. So um, if you could take the ultimate picture, what would it be of, like, would it be, who would it be of, or what would it be something, or what would be your ultimate, that's your life shot?
Oh man, what a question. I've never been asked such a question, man. Oh, I I just think of, first thing that comes to mind is capturing people who will never be in the same room together again. I
Okay.
think that speaks volumes in itself. Um, and and not just like a perfect picture, not something someone's posing. It's the candid shots.
Hmm.
It's the shots where nobody's paying attention, because with those candid shots, you're able to feel much more emotion than just, okay, stand there and smile. You don't know what's going on in, somebody's
Right.
life. If you can get those candid shots of people that you never can believe are in the same room together, I think that would be such a cool shot. Just getting, there's so many stories going on. There's 12 people in the room, 12 different stories. I think that's so cool.
Now, who would you pick if you could not pose them, but throw people in a room that normally wouldn't be together? And it could be anybody, dead or alive. Who would you throw in there?
I mean, I would just say that the very first person that comes to my mind is Mac Miller. Anywhere Mac Miller is, that, he could be in the same room with Einstein and Elvis Presley, and I mean, I can't even think of all these people, but just really people that you wouldn't think: scientists, rappers, painters, archaeologists, like just random people,
Okay,
just people who really have a story behind them.
nice. All right. Now, let's get to your music. Um, hmm. Well, you've always liked music. Okay, so when did you decide that you were going to start making music? Not necessarily performing yet, but making it.
So making music, it's probably been about a decade now that I've been kind of like writing and getting involved into music. I know it seems like a long time, but in that time, I didn't really know what I was doing. Me and my buddy, we would freestyle over random beats, and we would make a whole song in the matter of, listening to the track for the first time, and just keep going like that day in day out, just rapping and writing. I mean, even before I started actually writing songs and music, I wrote poetry. So poetry is a big thing in my heart. I haven't written anything lately, just because it's, been all about music. But that's really what geared my passion. And I can owe a lot of that to my mom, because my mom is a phenomenal um, poetry writer.
Really?
So I owe a lot of credit to her. Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever done any poetry open mics?
Yes. So I when I was in college, they hosted open mic nights. I think like once a month or so.
Hmm.
Um, and I was nervous because I'm in a room full of people, everybody's staring at me. I don't know what's going on. Kind of black out for a minute. But I I did it one time, and the response that I got was phenomenal, and it just gave me butterflies. And I was like, you know what, I can really do something. People are actually like listening to me and hearing me for the first time, and it feels great because I feel like I haven't been listened to before in my life. So I think people are paying attention now, and that means a lot to me.
Nice, very nice. So, do you ever or will you ever incorporate some poetry, like spoken word, into your music? Oops.
Yeah, I think so. I actually have one of my buddies from back in the day. I actually wrote this poem out, and it was for my sister, and he wrote a song based around my sister. And he was like, can I use like what you just wrote in a song? I was like, absolutely. He's like, can you record it so I can throw it in? I was like, yes. So I think that was probably the first time I have done that, and I will look forward to doing some more of that. I think you just unlocked something in my brain there.
Well, we'll give your brain a break for a second and give you an easy question: Jello or pudding?
Oh, pudding.
What flavor?
Oh, chocolate. Can't go wrong with it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I do like pistachio once in a while, but
yeah.
chocolate's my favorite. All right.
Oh yeah, sometimes you gotta mix it up, get the little duo action, chocolate vanilla in there.
Oh, I never think about that. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
I'd probably say mint chocolate chip.
Okay.
I I don't know what it is about it. I'm a mint addict. I just love it, and the chocolate chips in there just bring it all together.
Um, my oldest loves mint chocolate chip too, and we used to go to Fudge Farm in the South Side. Um, I was friends with the owner, and every time we went for like a couple months, they were just out of mint chocolate chip. So the one day, I'm like, "You girls want to go to Fudge Farm?" And my daughter was like, "You better call them." Because if they don't have mint chocolate chip when I get there, I'm going to burn the place down. I'm like, hey. So I did. I called them. I'm like, warning, if you do not have mint chocolate chip when we walk in the door, she's torching the whole place. We got there. There was a brand new thing of mint chocolate chip. And I'm like, thank God.
They set that up on purpose. They said
Oh,
we can't lose this place.
he said he went downstairs and made sure they had it.
Triple
Thank
check that.
God. It was pretty funny. So yeah, I can understand people's favorites and their strong feelings toward them.
Oh yeah, it's an addiction almost. You find that flavor, man. You can't leave that.
Yes, I've discovered that. But so if you could, okay, so do you just what's your genre style?
Oh, that's a question that it's hard for me to answer, to be honest with you. Some, I guess like the easiest description would be like a lo-fi type. Um, just kind of like easy listening. It's just like you could throw it on whenever, you know what I mean, and just kind of vibe out. I need someone to tell me what my genre is because I don't even know. You know what I mean? It's like I can I'll write a song like Suicide Boys, and then I'll write a song that's like a love song. So it can range, and that's cool because I don't like to say like, oh, I'm a country artist, or I'm a metal artist. I don't like to be defined to one genre. If
Right.
I can be open genre, that would be me.
All right. Yeah, I don't like to stick people in in traditional genres. I always like to ask, and I ask my artists, like, make up your own genre. What is it?
Mm,
You know,
mm,
so that
mm.
seems to work a little easier. Um,
Okay.
because some of my artists, like you, they are not just hip hop, or just folk music.
Mhm.
So I'm like, just kind of tell me, like, if you can make up something, what is it? So I can describe it to people like that. So what would you
Uh,
make it up? What would yours be?
oh man. I would say the easiest description would be kind of like a lo-fi rap, you know.
Oh, okay.
I think that's where it's kind of sitting. If I had to put it into terms, I think that's what it would be.
Okay.
Um, but honestly, that can change too. So for now, it's lo-fi rap.
That works. That works.
Yeah.
So if you could be a superhero or a villain, which would you choose?
Oh, both have such good, fun parts about it. Man. Well, if I was a villain, I'd probably be the Joker.
Okay.
Um, because I feel like I'm always laughing and I can be mischievous at times in a
Okay.
good way. In a good way. I'm not. I don't do it evilly.
Yeah.
Um, but if I was a superhero, it'd be cool to be Superman because he's like impossible to beat.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
Iron Man actually. Iron Man's actually I think right there. Yeah.
Iron Man. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I could be a cool Tony Stark. I think.
All right. So I see a guitar in the back. You
Mm.
play instruments?
Yes. So I mainly play guitar. I started out playing acoustic guitar, and then I actually joined a church band at one point, and then I started playing electric guitar for their band. And then I just been kind of adding string instruments. Like I have a ukulele, I have a violin, um, a lot of just different types of acoustic guitars. So yeah,
Very nice. Which is your favorite?
this one right here,
Okay.
this guy.
Tell us about it.
That's my baby. It's my 6 string Yamaha acoustic electric. I want to get a 12 string so bad, but they're pricey. Very
One day.
pricey. Yes, one day I will have a 12 string.
Um, what if you could perform with somebody, anybody, um, living or not, who would you want to perform with?
So I'll do hmm. So if I had to perform with I'll do 2 ways. I'll do people I would want to perform with dead and perform with alive or that are alive. Um, so for the ones who have passed, I would love to perform with Mac Miller, Juice World, and XXX Tentacion. Those
Okay.
are like the core three right there. I think that would just be a killer concert. Um, I would just be in awe that I'm even on stage with those three gentlemen. I mean, that would be a big dream come true. Um, but the people who are alive, I would say I would love to perform with Russ. I would love to perform with who else? Who else? Who else? NF. I would love to perform with him. And Corday.
Okay.
I would love to perform with him as well.
Okay. Nice. Um, and with that, if you could have one ultimate conversation with anybody, who would it be? That's the first part of my question.
Hmm. Um, with that question, I mean, I could get a little emotional with it. Because the very first person that comes to my mind is my sister. I would love to have a conversation with her, if that was possible.
Um, well, I don't want to make you too upset. What would you like to talk to her
I would just like to get to know her,
about? Okay.
honestly. Yeah, that's just chop it up, just learn about each other, I mean, she knows everything that I'm doing, so.
Yeah, yeah, yes, that's true.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Do you? I assume you're going to perform again. Uh,
Absolutely, yes.
do you have any upcoming performances? Do-
I don't have anything like set. I know we have a show on July 19th at the Forge.
Say who
Um,
we say
what's that?
who we is.
Oh, Planet
I know who you're talking about.
Euphoria. Sorry,
No,
Planet
I know who you're
Euphoria.
talking about, but
So yeah, Planet Euphoria has a show at Urban Forge Winery on July 19th. Um, I'm hoping to perform there, maybe get off a couple songs, stuff nobody's ever heard. Um, I mean, a lot of the stuff nobody's ever heard because it's not even out. So on your radio station, you have a song that isn't even out anywhere. So
okay,
you got a golden ticket there.
nice. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very
absolutely.
much.
Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
good. I hope to see you perform again. I mean, I know you'll perform again in the future. I hope you
Yeah.
do. Um, so this book, yeah, you're shaking your
Oh.
head because so you've watched other interviews.
Mhm.
So pick a number between one. You think I'd know the numbers by now. One and um, 382.
Oh, that's a big gap right there.
That is a big gap.
I'd say 222.
Okay. Two, two.
Kinetic, yes, we will get a cartoon set at the show on the 19th. Don't you worry.
Okay, good. 222. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Every family has at least one element that makes it truly unique. What was one of the more unique aspects of your family when you were growing up?
Wow. Um, I just think the togetherness we've had at one point, I think that was the special thing. Because I have three older brothers, and I have a bond with each and every single one of them differently. Um, and it was just the fact of the brothers accepting who we are as individuals, and it just brought us closer together, even though we may be scattered all over the states and all that. But that ticket right there is not every family has a tight bond,
Hmm.
and at one point we definitely had that like solid bond where we had all four crazy boys in a house together driving my parents insane. I mean, just us sticking together and through everything, all the stuff. I think that's like, that's right there.
Okay. Very nice. Uh, cartoons. Will we get a Beamer and cartoons collab?
Yes, actually, so Beamer and I are collabing on a song. I'm not going to release the name of it yet.
Okay.
But we're writing on something and it's going to be a big hit. I think it's going to be a really big song. So stay tuned for that one.
Good, good. I'm looking forward to that. All right. One more question. Pick a number.
Um, let's do let's do 365.
Okay. Three. It's funny. I don't know if you can tell. It's getting darker and darker here.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know what's about to come ripping through,
You
but this
never
weather's
know
crazy.
who. Beamer, it's definitely going to be a big song. I'll tell you that. Sunday workshop, be there.
What's the best use you can think of for snow?
First, no. Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, what a big change in question.
Oh yeah. There are so many different questions in here.
Oh man. Perfect use for snow. I don't even think there is a good use for snow except for snow cones. But I
Mm,
know those aren't made out of snow.
there used to be a treat though that you could make out of snow. Um, it was like, God, I don't even remember. It was like snow and ice and cream or something like that, and vanilla.
Ooh.
I don't know. I'll have to ask my friend about it. It was like a thing. I remember coming home. It was like a little recipe the school sent home, like your teacher sent home with you to do with your parents, like a project to do with your parents or
Huh.
something.
Interesting.
Um, I mean, I don't think I was that nut job just sitting out there eating snow. I don't know.
I was.
maybe,
I'll be the first to admit I was.
maybe I was. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure there was a little recipe. I'll have to look for it or talk to my friend and see if she can remember. But it was like
Yeah.
this little, you got like so much snow in a bowl, and I don't know.
Huh. Interesting. I'm curious about that.
Yeah,
You'll find me out in the yard in the wintertime scooping snow into a plastic bag.
I know. Oh, Pittsburgh's going to be out there making snow stuff. I don't know. Oh my gosh. So, um, if you were not doing your camera and music stuff, what would you be doing?
I'd be doing my art for sure. I do a bunch of different mediums. So I do a lot of work with clay,
Uh huh.
and I do a lot of work with just canvas, and like even this, like I painted this skateboard.
Oh,
Kind
okay.
of looks like a cigarette type deal. Um, but I just find myself picking up random things and just making art out of it. It's one of my hobbies, you could say, if I had a hobby that wasn't music or graphic design or I there's a lot of stuff that goes on in these brains and these hands. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get that. Um, I taught myself how to crochet,
Mm.
and I got a big bag of stuff. I haven't done anything with it yet. Like I made hats,
Oh, oh,
scarves, um, these little like flower bookmarks.
oh,
Um, but I haven't done anything with it yet. Like I don't know if I'm going to give it away, if I'm going to try and sell it. But it just
yeah.
accumulating.
Well, that's
It's
good.
peaceful. Yeah, it's peaceful.
You can
It's
set up
something.
like a little Etsy shop or something, and get your name out there a little bit more, and
Yeah,
drop some extra business cards in there about the radio station and all that. Promote yourself some
I
more there.
now I do need to do that. I was at an event on Saturday night, and I was standing there, and someone walked over, and they're like, "Rising Star Talent Agency." I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "I thought that was you," and I thought, I gotta, I gotta get used to that because I feel like every time I go out, somebody recognizes me. But that's the whole
Mhm.
point, right? Like that's supposed to happen.
Oh yeah, that's huge. That's actually really good that you're being noticed already out in public. That's a really really good thing. So you're on the right path by just hearing that.
It's different. I'm usually just kind of hanging out. Well, you saw me. I just kind of hang out and
Yeah,
stay in the background, but
yeah.
it's good.
You're one with everybody
Yeah,
else. Yeah,
I just kind of hang. But
yeah.
oh, Emer is saying how you don't have any graphic work with
Hmm.
D.Z1M.
Uh, um, I don't think I don't think I've done any stuff for him, or I don't know. I'll have to look, but I'll if he needs something, I'll cook something up for sure.
David Zimmerman.
David Zimmerman sounds familiar, but I'll have to look into that after. I don't know.
Okay, all right. Um, so what are your what are your goals or like plans? Like when you sit back and close your eyes, what's like the big picture that you see?
Um, I I just kind of I just see myself on a nice oasis somewhere on a beach, just living the best life. get a drink in the hand, got my wife with me, just just kind of less stress, worry free type of lifestyle, just really living off of what I built. And I think that's a good place to be for sure.
And are you famous at this point?
I hope
Are
to
you like a
be.
household name?
I hope to be. I hope to famous in a good way, not like one of those lunatics or anything. But I definitely would love my name to be known. That's for sure. I feel like there's a big story hidden in me as there is on everybody else too. So I'm just looking forward to sharing my story and having people relate to it, and I just kind of want to be a good foundation for people who are struggling, because I mean mental health is huge,
Yeah.
within me and a lot of close people that I know. So it's I want to spread the good word, and I just want people to know that like life's life's a big pain in the ass sometimes, but you can power through it. And you got to get your head on. You just got to do the things that you want to do. Don't listen to what everybody else is yapping in your ear. If you only know what's best for you is if you find love in doing it. And I every aspect of my life, I love what I'm doing. So I know that I'm doing it right. I'm doing what I finally want to do, and it feels amazing.
Good. Good. Yes. Creative people have a hard time because their mind is not like it's not scattered, but it's creative.
Hmm.
So it's hard to put it all together sometimes, I think. Um, I like to tell my friends some days, I'm like, adulting sucks. Like,
It
no one,
does.
no, no one tells you that being an adult some days just outright sucks.
Hmm.
Um, some days I just go to bed and I'm like, I'm done.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm like, I'll try again tomorrow.
There's so many days like that, and it's unbelievable. But you put your best foot forward, and if you're exhausted by the end of the day, you probably did something good.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
if you got a lot of energy going to bed, you probably needed to work a little bit harder or something. I don't know.
Um, he said, so David has a marketing company that works hand in hand with PE. I gotta put you deep, brother.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Lock me in with that. I'm curious to hear more about that. That'd be incredible. Any leads to anything, anybody knows someone, or is looking for art, looking for even collabing on music. Like I'm open for a lot of different things. I do a lot of different avenues, so I'm not shy to take on projects.
Good, good. And do you do only do camera work for Planet Euphoria or for others too?
Um, I if somebody wants to, uh, you know, get in contact with me, I'll shoot for whoever. I'm not really honed in on one spot. Planet Euphoria, I do more camera work for than other things at the moment. But before I used to just get models and shoot a bunch of models, or even just go and take nature pictures. I love how nature looks and just capturing, the beauties of what we have around us. Um, so I'm kind of open
Okay.
to everyone.
All right. Nice. So, you gave some pretty good advice there. But what is one piece of good advice you received that stuck with you?
Hmm. Um, Great question. I I just get told time and time again, and I hear it in my head all the time. It's just do what you want, do what makes you happy,
Okay.
and the, you'll pave you'll pave the path to success by doing what you want.
Okay. Very nice. So, if you could have what is your favorite food that you can't be without?
I gotta have Asian food or Taco Bell or Taco
Wow, that's a big difference.
Bell. Yeah, I know. That's me.
Okay,
So, in a nutshell, right there.
that's pretty funny. Um, so how can people find you? Like, I know how to find you, but how can they find you on like social media,
Um,
all that stuff?
so mainly the main social that I use is Instagram. You can find me at Car2unes, Car2unes. I'm building up my Spotify right now, so I'll eventually have much more music on there. You can find me on there under the same name too. I mean, I'm kind of all over on Facebook, but I'm not active on it.
Yeah.
So I have a page on there, but it's not really going to lead you to anywhere. So Instagram is like the place to be for me for now, until I can build other social platforms.
Okay, nice. And what are the name of the songs that are on the radio station so people can listen for them?
So those ones I have are Stuck and oh, what is the other one? I sent you it and I can't remember. Um, Satellites.
Yeah,
Stuck in Satellites. Those are the two that are on the radio station and under the Planet Euphoria Hour on Tuesdays from 9 to 10.
nice. Okay, let's see. I can't think of anything else, but is there anything you would like to add?
Um, I mean, I guess what I can add is just if you guys have a dream and if you have a goal set in your mind of where you want to be in life, you just have to go out and get it. Nobody's gonna hand it to you. I
Mm,
know that times are tough, and especially dealing with a mental crisis can be even harder at times. But you just got to keep reminding yourself that you are worthy, you are great, and that you can accomplish anything you put your heart and your soul and your mind to. I mean, any of us on this planet can be huge and have a great name behind us. You just have to put in the work. I mean, you got to be exhausted, starting up. It's going to be tough, but just do what you want. Stick to your guns. Stick to what you know. I mean, we're all going to be great. It's just putting that first foot into the door. That door is always there. You have to open it sometimes. Don't wait for that door to open for you.
that's like deep.
Thanks.
I do have one last question for you that I knew I wanted to ask something else. I don't usually write down my stuff. I just like to listen to the person that's being interviewed and then go with the flow.
Yeah.
So since, like I said, this was like one of their first times performing, stage fright. Did you have any? And if you did, how do you work through it? Because
So
that might be difficult for some people.
yeah, definitely. So to be honest, the the days just kind of like of me contemplating, should I perform, should I not perform? Um, I was like having major anxiety, the couple of days leading up to it. But as soon as I got in to the venue and started setting up the camera equipment, I looked at that stage and I was like, that's that's home right there. That's gonna be where I can talk to people. This is where people are gonna listen to me. And that's exactly what it was. I there's no doubt that I was nervous. I think a lot of my stage fright I was able to shake off from the open mic nights because I knew
Okay.
like I was reading off my phone and my phone was this is my hand the whole time trying to read what I and, but it's just being okay with yourself. You have to be okay with yourself before everybody else is okay with you.
Yeah.
It's you just got to do it sometimes. Throw yourself out there. If people hate it, you know what to work on. If people love it, do it more, do it better. Keep on succeeding because people are cheering for you. People are actually listening and dancing. Like people are tuned into you. That's
Mm-hmm.
part of why I'm called Car2unes because I want people to tune into me.
There you
Like
go.
I want people to hear me. That's my whole thing. I haven't been heard in my life, so this is the time.
Good, good. Yeah. And you never know
Mhm.
what you may, and I've talked to artists before. It's I used to own a catering company. It happened with food. I'd have this dish, and I'm like, this is the one. Everyone was going to want this. Nope.
Mhm.
And I'm like, are you kidding?
Yeah.
And then I just make something random, and I'm like, well, it's all right. Top seller for months. I'm like, all
Mhm.
right. You just
That's
never know.
no. Well, that's the thing is that we are our own worst critic.
Hmm.
If you put something out and you're like, I hate this, the Joe Schmo right next door, he's like, this is the best thing I ever had or seen or heard or whatever. Like you never know how people are gonna react. Like you're gonna tear yourself down because you're like, what is this crap?
Yeah,
But your crap is the next person's treasure. You know what I mean? And that crap is gold, actually.
yeah. That's
You
why
know, you never
you
know.
just have to do it
Exactly.
because you don't. You
Yeah.
have no idea. So, well, good. All right. I think I better end this because it is lightning. I think pretty close to here.
Oh, geez, yeah, you better get off and get safe and charge it up.
Yes. Um, but thank you for coming on here, and this was fun.
Yes, I had a lot of fun. Thank you
Good.
for giving me this platform and allowing me to talk about myself. And you know,
Absolutely.
it feels great that you want to have that connection with me.
Mhm.
You're a great person. You're doing great things. So
Thank you.
I thank you for the things that you do for not just me or all the other artists, but also for Planet Euphoria
Thank
too.
you.
Hmm.
That's nice. Um, so this will be when we're done. It will go. It'll go up on Instagram, and then I will also send the video to you
Okay.
or tag you in it so you can share it as well.
Perfect.
And then give me a few days, and the audio will be up on Spotify, iHeart, Apple, the radio station, and then the video interview will be up on YouTube. But I have
Awesome.
another interview tonight and another one on Wednesday. Well, with Beamer on Wednesday. So
Nice.
once I get those, everybody's done, then I'll just load them all at the same time, and I'll let you know. I'll send you the links and stuff.
Okay. Perfect. That sounds good. I'll be on the lookout
Everybody's
for
joining now.
Yeah, what the heck is this? What's going
I don't
on?
know. It's 6:42. Hi, everyone.
Man, everybody's just getting home or something. What's going on?
Yeah. Well, Evan Michael Stewart, he's the one I'm interviewing tonight at 9.
Okay, nice.
Slim Hunchy, I interviewed him, and same with Young Seabass. I just interviewed him last week, I think.
Nice. That's
Um,
awesome.
yeah. So I don't know if everybody's just getting done or whatnot. But so, I mean, if you want to talk for a few more minutes, we can do that. Or if
Yeah.
any of you guys have questions for him, feel free to ask.
Yeah, ask away, guys. I'm an open book. I want to tell my story and I anything you ask, I'll probably answer.
Now, I can tell that I'm going to have to work hard on Beamer's interview and
Yeah.
questions because he's been watching the whole time. So
Yeah.
he's going to answer my questions too fast because he's going to be like, oh, I know.
Yeah, you better watch out for him. He's a character right there, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Young Seabass, what's your favorite song that you made?
Oh, hmm. Well, I have two answers to that. My favorite song I've ever made is the one I haven't made yet. Um, and the real answer, um, I'd probably say my favorite song is Stuck. I just think it's such a great song and it just gets stuck in your head.
Okay.
There's a lot of songs that I can claim as like my favorite songs, but they all have their own little special thing into it. So there's a lot of hidden messages in the songs and stuff like that. So
Slim Punchy said,
I
I like that answer.
thank you,
Uh,
Slim.
um, what is, did you ever have anything goofy or weird or you know, like a funny story happened, or that you're like, oh my God, when you were out and about on one of your either photo shoots or a music thing or.
Hmm. Great question. Um, Man, I don't know why I'm blanking. I know I got stories. Um, oh man. I mean, it's not really like related to music or anything. Uh, I probably shouldn't tell that story. It's not really a positive story.
Well, okay. Um,
I,
like I interviewed a DJ, and she said that a this woman, an older woman, had asked her to play a song. And she said she would, but she had to, you know, she had to get to that part in her set. And this woman, an older woman, got irate. She was like in her 60s or 70s. And the security had to take her out. Like she was going to pick a fight with the DJ.
oh my God.
And I'm like, you're pissing off the old ladies. What's happening?
Oh my. Holy cow. See,
So
you gotta watch out for those ladies, man. They're reckless these
I
days.
guess she wanted to hear that song. I could not stop laughing. I was like, wow.
That's crazy. That's mm-mm. No,
Um,
yeah.
let's see, Beamer, you're given unlimited riches, but you have to start a charitable foundation from the ground up with it. What is your cause you want to support the most?
Mm. Uh, I mean, like I said multiple times, the biggest thing is mental health for me. That's really been a huge just burden in my life, but it also has taught me a lot of valuable lessons in itself. Um, I just can't stem to get away from mental health. There's just not enough light shined on it right now, especially for men
Yeah.
too. Um, Men's mental health is a big crisis, and I think it needs to be more invested in. So if I could start something out, helping just people who are, you know, maybe contemplating life or death, that's something nobody should contemplate. Um, and there's a lot more beyond that too. So, um, yeah, shout out to the nutcases like Beamer.
Now that is I mean, that's why I started the vibe check-in. I'm not there to fix anybody, but I know that sometimes somebody just needs to talk,
Exactly.
you know, and have someone listen, and they don't need answers or they're not looking for advice. They just have to talk to somebody, you know.
Yeah.
So
The
that's why I started that, because it all stays anonymous. I don't say anything.
yeah,
And, you know, maybe it'll just make someone feel like I got it off my chest, right?
yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
Um, so, you know, that's why I put that out there. But yeah,
That's
mental
great.
health is a big, it's a big thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It definitely is. And to what you said, um, a lot of people do need someone to talk to and hear them, but a lot of people actually don't hear the person. So it's kind of like they're talking to a wall, and people get tossed around in a system like that with like therapy too. I have a lot of experience in that myself. I was tossed around from different therapists all the time, and it's like I'm repeating the same story to seven different people, and I'm getting nowhere. I'm just getting my emotions out, and then I'm taking them back in because nobody's helping me. I need someone to listen to me and to hear me, and it's not like I need advice or anything. I just sometimes I need someone to talk to
Yeah.
and just listen. It goes a long way. It really does.
Well, good. I'm glad. I hopefully people will look into it more, but not just me, but, you know, anywhere they can, you know, that they
Yeah,
feel comfortable. Um,
absolutely. I mean, people can come to me too. Like I'm not here to, you know, put people's stuff out in the open like that. Like if you're going through something or whatever, like I'm an open ear. sit down and listen to you. Let's go grab lunch or dinner or whatever. Let's hash it out, talk about it. Like, people's got a lot of stuff going on in here, and they don't know how to get it out. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here for a listening ear. Just come to me. It's safe. I promise.
Hey, it's hard to be a human being sometimes.
Absolutely. You're not wrong about that. It's very hard.
Young Seabass, which down to do a song together. You should listen to his music. He has really, really good music. I've seen him perform a couple times.
Yeah, see that. I'm completely open to it. Let's go. I mean, if you have something going already, or if you want to start from scratch, um, I'm in the studio right now, so we can make something right after this. So hit me up, DM me.
Okay. I think he probably will. I'm just saying, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Okay. Yeah, he heard it.
Okay, perfect.
He
All
said,
right, so
big bet. I'll hit you up here soon.
good. I'll be on the lookout for that, brother.
And he will. He's a good guy. He's funny.
Nice.
So I think I'm gambling here. My power has flickered, and I could hear a transformer outside whine. So
Oh
it's
no.
crazy. Where I live, pretty much for like the last year or so, when they had tornado watches and storms and snow and all kinds, it just kind of skipped us.
Mm.
We like sat in this bubble, but I think our time is up.
Oh no. Now
Um,
you're getting all of it.
yeah, like I don't know, about a month ago or so, a tornado hit right across the street,
Oh.
and I'm like,
Whoa.
yeah, it hit right across the street. We were, well, one of millions of people that didn't have power for days. Luckily, we didn't have power for only, what was it, 37, not even a full 48 hours, I think. I mean, we lucked out. But there were people that, well, like across the street from us and stuff that didn't have power for like 7 days.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
No,
So I'm
I
like,
think I remember that. I think that was the time when my house actually almost blew away. Like I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking when I say that. I'll send you pictures of the house. The whole bottom side of my house was gone.
oh, oh my God.
We had those. It was those big gusts of
Yeah.
winds. It was a big storm that come,
Yeah.
and it ripped my door off. It ripped the whole bottom side of my house out. It was gnarly. I think that was around that
Yeah.
time.
I think it was probably that it landed, like tornadoes and high winds landed all across Pittsburgh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was scary times.
Yeah. And then we've just been getting hit storm out. Like if they say storms, we're getting them. So I'm like, I think our little bubble time is up.
Yeah, it's deflating. It sounds like.
Yeah, but it's all right. I laughed the other day when it stormed really hard because you could hear the one transformer whine. And I said, well, I'm not too worried about that because if that transformer goes out, we still have power. So our grid must sit somewhere else.
Yeah.
And I said, the poor guys at Duquesne Light are probably watching the grid after that huge storm, like, because they had to bring in all new, here's my geeky side. They had to bring in from other states um, uh, new equipment, poles, all that stuff because they didn't have enough here. That's how many people and how much damage happened during that one storm.
Ooh,
So,
ooh.
I'm like the Duquesne Light guys sitting watching the grid during this last storm. We're probably like, no, 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 no. Like, don't go out.
They're like chewing at the radar. They're like, "Go, get out of here."
Exactly. But yeah. So that's my little nerdy part. Oh, someone says, what are some things you're currently working on, Pamela?
Um, so that's actually my girlfriend right there.
Oh,
But some of the things I'm working on right now, I actually wrote and recorded a song the other day. Actually, it was like 2 or 3 days ago. So I'm kind of doing the finishing touches up on that song. And I have about 3 other songs behind that I'm currently working on as well. I guess one of the songs titled, I'm leaking it. It's called Punching Bag. So
Okay.
that's it's a short song. It's about 1:43 long. Just kind of get in there, just like a punching bag. You just hit it real quick, one and done.
Okay.
So that's kind of the idea behind that one right there. There's a couple of the other ones I can't really mention yet because they're collabs and things like that. Like Beamer, we're gonna be working on a song together. We're currently working on one together. Seabass, we're gonna make something big too. There's a lot of guys at Planet Euphoria, like Shay Michael, Kinetic, Ouija Gizmo. They all and Tweez too. There's a lot of the guys there that are wanting to make some music. So there's a lot of good projects coming. There's a lot of good music coming too, and a lot more to come as well.
Good, good. I am looking forward to all of it.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. Sure. All right. So this time I am going to go.
Okay.
I think I'm buying my time here, so I'm good. But yeah, like I said, I'll send all that stuff to you. And thank you for being on here. And I'll see you soon.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it all the time. And again, all the things that you do, you're great. So I really do appreciate this.
Thank you. Well, have a good night.
You as well. Stay safe, and hopefully your power stays on.
It better.
Fingers crossed. I got it.
I'll be doing my 9 o'clock interview by candlelight.
Like, why is it so dark in there? Where is she?
I'll be like, it's all right. Keep talking. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.